Some monsters are made with CGI. These monsters were made with patience, wire, rubber, and a whole lot of coffee. Let's celebrate the glorious weirdness of the best stop-motion monstrosities ever unleashed on screen. Few movie monsters are as instantly iconic as these guys. The skeleton army in Jason and the Argonauts is a stop-motion milestone. Brought to life by Ray Harryhausen, they crawl out of the ground like they got a grudge and sprint at you like CrossFitters, but with a lot less grunting. And somehow their jerky and unnatural movements make them even scarier. They're fast, coordinated, and weirdly polite about taking turns during a sword fight. It's one of the best choreographed scenes in monster movie history, and none of the actors even have muscles. Simple concept, incredible execution. And if you ever needed proof that skeletons are more than just Halloween decorations, this is it. Before Godzilla stomped his first city block, there was the Rhedosaurus. This prehistoric beast thawed out of the Arctic and immediately started wrecking New York like it was late for an appointment. It's not the biggest movie monster out there, but there's something about the way it moves, snapping its jaws, swaying that tail like it's got attitude, that makes it feel real. Ray Harryhausen gave this thing weight, personality, and just the right amount of menace. And let's not forget, this was the creature that helped kick off the whole giant monster destroys a city genre. He's the original bad-tempered lizard, and all he wanted was a nice stroll through Manhattan, and maybe a snack or two. We can't talk about stop-motion monsters without bringing up the big guy, King Kong. Not the CGI version, not the motion capture one, the original from 1933. He may move a bit stiff by today's standards, but back then, Kong was jaw-dropping. Willis O'Brien's animation gave him actual emotion. You feel it when he's angry, when he's curious, when he's swatting at planes like they personally insulted him. And that fight with the T-Rex still holds up. It's clunky, it's raw, and somehow it's way more exciting than half the polished CGI battles we get now. At the end of the day, Kong is less a monster and more a tragic figure. He didn't climb the Empire State Building to destroy it. He just wanted a way out of a world that didn't understand him. It's great stop motion and great storytelling, and nearly a century later, he's still the king. The Ymir is one of those monsters you kind of feel bad for, right up until it starts tossing trucks. It's an alien creature accidentally brought back from Venus, because of course the first thing humans do when they find a new life form is drag it across the galaxy. It starts off small, confused, and scared, and then it starts growing, fast. Before long, it's towering over Rome, swatting away soldiers, and getting into a surprisingly emotional wrestling match with an elephant. Ray Harryhausen gave the Ymir a ton of personality. It's not evil, it's just terrified, lost, and reacting the only way it knows how. It's a creature that didn't ask to be here, didn't ask to be poked, prodded, or shot at. But once things go south, it becomes clear. If you're gonna pick a fight with a Venusian, you'd better bring more than a tranquilizer dart. He's got one eye, goat legs, and a bad attitude. And honestly, that's a pretty solid resume for a stop-motion monster. The Cyclops in the 7th Voyage of Sinbad is one of Ray Harryhausen's most iconic creations. Towering, grumpy, and surprisingly nimble for a creature with hooves, this guy doesn't show up just to be a menace to sailors. He wants to cook them for dinner. What makes him really stand out is the way he moves. The little head tilts, the way he stomps around, the barely contained rage in every motion. It feels like a creature with actual thoughts. Mostly violent ones, sure, but thoughts. He's a full-blown myth come to life, with the kind of screen presence most actors would kill for. Well, except the actors he literally throws off cliffs. You know that unsettling feeling when a statue looks just a little too lifelike? Talos takes that feeling and turns it into a full-blown panic attack. This towering bronze guardian is one of Ray Harryhausen's most visually striking creations, and also one of the creepiest. He doesn't run, he doesn't roar, he just turns his head very slowly and starts walking. And somehow that's way scarier. There's no emotion, no hesitation, just a relentless metallic presence and a soundtrack of creaking joints that sounds like doom itself. The Argonauts steal one little trinket, and Talos is like, okay, time to die. And when he starts moving, you feel that weight. The slow, deliberate motion makes it all the more real, like a living statue powered by pure spite. He'll definitely make you question every public sculpture you ever walk past. Release the... Yeah, you know the line. But when this Kraken shows up, it actually earns the drama. With 4 arms, gills, and a face that says deep sea nightmare fuel, the Kraken isn't just big, it's epic. It lumbers out of the ocean like it's had a rough commute, and it's not in the mood for diplomacy. It was one of the last and biggest creatures Ray Harryhausen ever animated, and it feels like he went out swinging. It's part myth, part monster, and all stop-motion mayhem. And sure, Perseus takes it out with Medusa's head, but let's be real, this thing looked like it could have body-slammed the entire Greek pantheon before breakfast. Big, mean, clicky. These aren't your average backyard pests. They're truck-sized scorpions with a serious attitude problem. The Black Scorpion is a Mexican-American co-production, and it delivers stop-motion creatures that will hunt you down. They stab, climb, and clash like they've been waiting underground for centuries just to ruin someone's week. Ray Harryhausen didn't animate this one. Credit goes to Willis O'Brien's team, but you can still feel that same handmade intensity in every twitch and strike. And those close-ups of the scorpion's faces? Yeah, someone clearly thought, what if we zoom in and make it extra horrifying? Mission accomplished. If you've got a fear of bugs, this one is not helping. What's cooler than a stop-motion dragon? A stop-motion dragon fighting a Cyclops and winning. This fire-breathing beast shows up late in the movie, but once it's out of the cave, it steals the show. It's big, it's angry, and it's got that classic Harryhausen swagger, like it knows exactly how long it took to animate each one of those tail whips. And that final showdown with the Cyclops is a masterclass in handmade chaos. No CGI, no motion capture, just fire, fury, and a whole lot of stop-motion magic that somehow makes it all feel real. It's the kind of scene that makes you want to grab a box of action figures and start storyboarding your own monster fights. Cowboys versus dinosaurs. What more do you need? The Valley of Gwangi is one of the wildest genre mashups ever put to film. Part Western, part monster movie, and all glorious chaos. Gwangi himself is a stop-motion Allosaurus with a bad temper and zero interest in being part of anyone's circus act. The scene where the cowboys actually lasso him might be one of the most impressive and delightfully unhinged sequences Harryhausen ever animated. It's like someone bet him that he couldn't combine dinosaurs, rodeos, and ancient temples, and he said, "Hold my armature wire." And while the story might be pure pulp, the animation is top tier. Gwangi moves with weight, fury, and just enough personality to make you feel bad for him, right before he starts eating people. They might be made of clay, rubber, and wire, but these monsters have more soul than most digital destruction. So here's to the creatures that stomped, snarled, and jittered their way into cinema history, one painstaking frame at a time. If you enjoyed the ride, give it a like, drop a comment with your favorite stop-motion monster, and don't forget to subscribe, or Talos might turn his head your way.